Hi, my name is Gabrielle Gravatt, and today I will be speaking with you again about the issue of sexual assault on college campuses. So, like I talked about in my last few speeches, in recent years, the coverage for sexual assault has been continuing to rise. It's been popularized in the media, TV shows, movies, celebrities speaking out, making the case for advocating for victims and fighting for justice. There have been huge court cases, like I've told you about before, the Stanford swimmer case, and there have been a lot of schools that have been taking action, again, like I discussed before, like Dartmouth and UC Santa Cruz. So today I really wanted to delve in and take a look at what social actions are being taken against sexual assault on campus, and what do these movements look like. So in recent years, there have been a lot of social movements surrounding sexual assault on college campuses. So I wanted to take a look at what are these displays, what are these people doing in order to bring awareness to this cause, and who are the people behind these movements. So the first and most probably substantial case is that of Emma Sulkowicz at Columbia University. She was raped in her sophomore year at Columbia. Her case was addressed very poorly, and she decided to create her senior thesis into a project in which she would carry her mattress around her campus until the student who was the one who attacked her was expelled. And the interesting thing about this is that this project lasted not only a day or a week or a month, but the entire year. In fact, she recently just graduated from Columbia University, bringing her mattress up on stage with her. Another movement that really stood out to me was the End Rape on Campus movement. This is a nonprofit that was founded in 2013 by a group of students who were sick and tired of the way that schools were dealing with sexual assault on campus. They founded this nonprofit in order to deal with schools directly, to set up prevention programs and seek out Title IX violations, and they also wanted to help victims find justice. So they are there to point victims in the right direction when something like this happens. Where can they go for treatment and counseling, but more importantly, where can they go in order to get this case solved? As described by the End Rape on Campus website, Title IX violations in Title IX addresses sexual harassment, sexual violence, or any gender-based discrimination that may deny a person access to educational benefits and opportunities. So this is another big part of their movement, is to look for these Title IX violations in schools and make sure that this is not happening. And finally, there's the case of Sarah O'Brien at Vanderbilt University. So this one was a little bit hard for me to read about. This one really hit home. This woman, Sarah, the school administrators dismissed her after she was raped. They had no idea what to do with her, or they didn't even know how to help her. They didn't understand what Title IX violations were, or what Title IX even was, and why this was important. So after she came forward as a survivor of rape in 2012, she took several measures against Vanderbilt University and wanted to show that this is not okay, and she didn't want this to happen to any other victims. So she organized a few things. She organized the Take Back the Night event. She filed a complaint with the Department of Education, which I think the Department of Education is still looking into this case at Vanderbilt University, and they're going to see if there's anything that they can do in order to change this. And she organized a group called the Vanderbilt Students of Nonviolence, and they submitted an 11-page list of demands for change at their school. And now, finally, in 2017, Vanderbilt is responding and making these important changes at their school. Now, I wanted to know what is changing, and not just at the academic level, but higher up. What's changing in our country? How are we looking to make this issue go away? In this year, 2017, Betsy DeVoe was appointed the head of the Department of Education under the Trump administration. And one of the things that she has decided to do, very recently actually in September, she decided to withdraw guidelines that were laid out for schools in 2011 under the Obama administration that protect people who were raped or assaulted on campus. What Ms. DeVoe said about this is that Schools must continue to confront these horrific crimes and behaviors head on. There will be no more sweeping them under the rug. But the process also must be fair and impartial, giving everyone more confidence in its outcomes. Now, if we look a little bit closer at this quote, she's basically saying that she wants more support for the accused and not so much for the victims, or she wants equal support for the accused and the victims. But as I looked into it based on multiple studies, and this is cited from the NSVRC, a group that specifically looks into stats on rape, false reporting lies between about 2 and 10%, and that's in the entire world. That's not just on campus. So she wants to make sure that those who are being accused have more rights. Finally, universities are responding to this, and they are completely unclear about what to do next. They don't know what to do now that these policies have been taken away, but a few universities have come forward to say they would continue to impose Obama-era policy on campus, and some states have even made it the law. But unfortunately, at this point, a lot of universities are really unclear about what to do or where to go next at this point. So, in conclusion, I'm really interested to see what is coming next. How are schools going to respond? What is Betsy DeVos going to do? What is she going to put in place for these schools? And finally, what is going to happen next in this fight for justice? Thank you so much for listening.